Before I begin the video, let me give a quick shout out to Veixx Beats for providing the music on this video, the previous video, and future videos. It's got some really good music that y'all should check out. His link is going to be in the description below, but let's get to it. What's going on, SLS? I'm Vince G, the Swole Nerd, and today is day 2 of my training with Chris Hill. Today is back and buys. So, as you can see in the video, we're starting with pull-ups. He likes to start pull-ups every back workout. You know, loosen up the muscles, to get some blood flow into them. That way, we can go from that to the real exercise. I mean, as you can see, I was using the Panther Claw lifting hooks. A lot of people were probably going to hate on them for me using the lifting hooks on that. But let's put it like this. If there is anything out there to make targeting muscle groups easier and better for you without hurting your hands from it, why would you avoid them? I really don't understand people that kind of complain about stuff like that. Oh, you're not being a man, you're not using your hands, and bye-bye grip strength, and all that other stuff, you know? I feel if something is out there that is beneficial to helping me improve a muscle group, I'm gonna use it. It's basically like having a bike and a car. Yeah, when you ride a bike, you get your cardio in, you get your legs and all that stuff. You know, you're getting all the benefits from riding a bike, but it does take longer. But now on the other hand, you have your car, which can get you there quicker and more efficiently. So which one would you rather choose if you had to go long distances? Would you choose a bike or would you choose the car? That's just my take on it. Let's go ahead and get to it. Now this first real exercise is called a big set. Think of it like a superset, but it's basically the same exercise, just a different movement. So he likes to call them a big set. We're only doing this 3 times because we're doing front and back lat pull downs. So to start off with, I'm doing 120 in the front 12 times and then 120 in the back 12 times. That was the first set. The second set, we went ahead and went up because 120 was too light. I did 150 for 12 in the front, 120 for 12 in the back. For the last set, I jumped up to 170 for 12 and kept it at 120 in the back. Now you may think it's fairly easy, but after you get the front ones done and you have to go to the back still, man, it's like a whole different kind of burn. When you do these, be sure and pull with your elbows. I know it sounds weird, but try and pull with your elbows. Try not to use too much grip strength from your hand or whatever. You know, just aim with your elbows and then try and pull all the way back. The reason behind that is because if you use too much with your arm, you're going to be activating your biceps too much on that. When you do it behind the neck, you will feel it more in your biceps versus the front, but it's just a little tip. Next up, we're doing T-bar rows. I did 4 sets of these, 3 plates on each set, 8 for the first set, 10 for the second set, 8 again, and then 10 again on the last set. When doing these, which I know I'm guilty of, I'm sure plenty of other people are, try not to stand straight up. Like I said, I'm very guilty of that, so I'm kind of working on it. I had him adjust my positioning every now and then, make sure I'm doing it right. But when you do these, lean over. Don't arch your back, keep your butt in the air, your back down, and don't stand up too straight. We did these with a close grip bar. I was going to say, one way to tell on your form, make sure there's a mirror around you. If there aren't any mirrors, maybe try filming yourself and see how you're doing it. That's going to be pretty much the only way you can really tell, unless you have someone there that's knowledgeable in the area. This next thing was torture. It was a drop set of seated rows, 10, 10, 10. For my first set, it was 180 pounds. We dropped 30 pounds to 150, dropped 30 more to 120. So the first set consisted of 10 reps on each one. The second set, same thing, 10, 10, 10. On the last and final set of this, which like I mentioned earlier, it's a big set, so we're only doing 3 sets of these, not the usual 4. On the last set, we did it in reverse. So instead of starting with 180, I started with 120 for 10 reps, 150 for 8 reps, and finally 180 for 6 to 8 reps on that. I had to really pull on that to get it up there. Normally my back is never sore after back day. I take that back. It is sore sometimes, but after doing it like this, my back was extremely sore. So that I have to give him props on, because we did very little exercises compared to what I'm normally doing, but I felt it way more. So whatever he's doing is obviously working if it got me that sore. I woke up the next day and I went straight back to bed. That's how bad it was. For the next exercise, we did rack pulls. We started with 2 plates for 12 reps. I increased to 2 plates and a 10 and for 10 reps, and finally 2 plates and a 25 for 8 reps. There's not really much to explain on rack pulls, besides it's basically half a deadlift. It does work your lower back area, the Christmas tree area, and pretty much the same benefits as deadlift. When you do rack pulls, have your arms shoulder width apart. Don't try and make them too far or too close, just wherever your hands naturally fall. Also, when you do these, try and bend your legs just a little bit. Don't have your legs super stiff, with a slight little bend, and then pull up. In the video, I'm leaning a little too far back in it. You don't have to go that far back. It's what I was taught from before, and so I was kind of trying to go with that same style, but he was telling me you really don't have to lean that far back to really feel it. Now we're getting to the bicep portion of it. We're starting with machine curls with 5 negatives. We did 4 sets of these. I did 80 on all of them with 5 negatives. We're doing these close grip style, by the way. You're getting 80 for 12, and you're doing a real slow 5 negative reps. I got 80 for 12, 80 for 12, 80 for 10 on that one, and then 80 for 12 on the last set. If you've never done this, I highly suggest trying it out. I used to do them all the time, but I kind of felt like I was cheating myself, so we kind of worked on it a little bit, and now I feel it so much in my biceps. I felt it in the lower portion that's kind of near the elbow, and I've never felt it in that area before. The next exercise we did are line hammers. It took a little bit to get used to. It was different, mainly because I've never done it in this way before. I've always done standing hammers or rope hammers, but I've never actually done it lying down. So the weight wasn't exactly perfect, but I still felt it though. That's actually why I ended up doing 5 sets on this, because I wasn't feeling it right away, but I wanted to get used to it before trying to go too heavy on it. So my 5 sets consisted of 60 for 12, 60 for 12, 60 for 12, 60 for 10, but I did 50 or 40 for 12 on the last one, really trying to feel the burn on that. The last exercise we're doing for the bicep routine are concentration curls. I was using a 25-pound weight, and I got 12 reps on almost all of them, except for the last one I only got 10 reps on it. You just put your elbow on your knee and you lift it up. Try and feel the burn though. That's really what it all comes down to, is feeling a burn. But after doing everything else, of course my arms were on fire, but anyways, that's the back and bi routine. I hope maybe y'all learned a new exercise or two. Try them out. If you've seen anything that interested you, like for me, the line hammers, those ones were very interesting to me. I'm definitely going to be doing those again. Try them out. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all do anything different, comment below. But I'm Vince G, the Swole Nerd, keeping it real and keeping it chill. Oh, and if you haven't checked it out, I'll have a link on the screen to the previous video, which was chest and tries.